I hope so. Ruh-roh. Are we live?
I hope so. It says we've been live for all of 8 seconds. Public viewing.
Wow, we
Let's
are
see if it's
famous.
still tripping. Oh, it's working. You were right.
Sweet. Yeah. I don't know why I did that. Okay. Welcome everyone to live stream day 2. All one of you watching, which is probably us. Building Laceropes. And Andrew, what are you working on today?
We have like a 20-second delay.
Oh wow.
YOLO. Okay. Hello?
Building Monday is here. Our one viewer. Welcome.
I don't see the... Oh, there it is. No, I don't. I don't see the viewer count on the thing.
In mine, it says that there's 3 people watching in mine.
Oh, I just refreshed. Mine says 5 now. I'm just looking at it on my phone. James is also here. Welcome, James. James, if you want to join, I think Spencer sent. Did you send the link in the?
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. So I'm gonna make that overlay real quick, so we can throw that. Perfect. There we go. So, Andrew, what are you working on now?
Right now, I'm just experimenting with some rock work or terrain building.
Nice.
I realized something horribly wrong with my gunship.
What?
This like little it's difficult to show, but this like back section with the tiles is actually like like it's like a full plate wider than it's supposed to be, but half a plate on either side.
Oh jeez.
So this makes this a very difficult problem to fix, and I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. So
that's a doozy. Give up. The RebelLUG way.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, you know, sometimes you have like a vague idea of how you could do something, but I literally have no clue. So that's epic. James says, hopefully some other stream I can join. That is too bad. I should probably check the audio levels too.
The best stream.
Oh, he's at school eating lunch.
That's what they all say.
Where does he live?
Upper Northwest. I think like Seattle, Oregon, somewhere up there. He goes by Kevin and others.
Oh, that's Oregon. Portland.
Portland, yeah.
I guess people eat lunch at 2 o'clock.
Oregon, yeah.
Yeah, I know my states. I know the states that are in the country.
I know all the states.
I know probably like 25 of the 50 states. The other day somebody was like, yeah, I just met this person from Vermont, and I wasn't sure, like, for about 30 seconds if Vermont was a state or a city.
God.
Have you ever met a single person from Vermont?
The closest person I know to Vermont is Elijah, who's sure.
And then I was like, How many people actually do live in Vermont? They have one House seat. A single. They have more senators than representatives in the House.
Really? Wow.
California has like 56 House seats, I think. Good work, Vermont.
There we
Yeah, I don't think the live control room gives you live viewers.
I guess not. I don't know.
This is whack. Spencer, can you send pictures of the area of the gunship you are struggling with? Yeah, you want me to send them in the RebelLUG chat? I can probably send pictures. Yeah, I'm probably not going to work on it for a couple, maybe like 2 weeks or something. I'm just going to focus on the other part of the mock, and then hopefully have it come to me. But that's been a really bad practice in the past, where I don't know what I'm going to do about something, so then I'm just like, hopefully it'll come to me while I work on these other parts of the mock. And then I have to do like the entire Profundity cruiser in like 20 hours.
That went well.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know how I'm going to do the front, the very hardest part of the entire ship. So I should probably save it for the last part. And yeah, I showed up with like actually nothing.
All right, Spencer, I'm sending you this file over Discord for the overlay. Let's see.
James is going to help me try and figure out what I'm going to do. I'll DM him the pictures because I think they'll be kind of out of context in the RebelLUG group.
Frank's Fantastic Bricks Frank's Fantastic Bricks. There's a tongue twister. Spencer, can we get a room tour? And he also asked me what I'm building. I'm building the part for the Rebel collab, which Spencer's also working on.
I was gonna do like annual. I did a room tour, and I was gonna do them annually after that. But then I like stopped consistently making videos, and I was like, I don't know. That'd be kind of lame if I just only made room tours for like every other video. But I suppose I could do a room tour now. I don't actually have a video for this weekend, so that could be a video I could do.
Oh, I built a frame for the vignette that I'm working on yesterday during the stream, and then I realized that I needed to build like the actual build needs to be like lower than the border, and since the border is only a brick high, I had to lower the entire thing, so that's what I'm doing now.
love seeing room tours. Yeah, I actually really like watching room tours also. Are you receiving my comments, says Building Monday? Yes. A store near us was closing and they sold one of those plastic displays to me with two displays with glued minifigures in them. Are like the entire figs glued?
What kind of store was it too? Was it a Lego store or was it like a Target?
One time I was at the Lego store and they were telling me that they were about to get rid of their old like pick-a-brick drawers. They were like, throwing them out. And I think all the stores were doing it at the time. And I was like, can I like have some? And they said no, because by some either actual law because of what they're made of, or because of Lego, they have to like properly dispose of them in some natural whatever way.
Yeah, I think it's Lego's rules, because when I worked at my store, we got new like window, like when you walk in the Lego store and there's all those displays on the walls with the sets in them that have like the little holes. We got a bunch of new ones of those, and they had to like do this whole special thing to get rid of the old ones, like a special pickup for them. I wonder if there's a market for like building these little vignette displays almost, and like just a frame for the vignette and installing them, just like a little black border with bricks and tiles.
I'm gonna say I doubt it.
Because I know like Culinary Customs, I think, sells a lot of those frames that they make. They make those minifig picture frames where they just glue bricks inside of a frame that they buy. So, I don't know. You'd have to figure out like the cheapest way to do it. Like look at how much each size brick costs, like for the black border, and determine the cheapest. Oh, that'd be fun. Fun project.
All right, Danny, I'm putting your ad on the stream.
Heck yeah.
It's gonna go. Come on. It's not like putting it on. That's actually downloading it. Come on, OBS.
See, this is why you use Streamlabs, even though it's literally the same thing.
Oh, the black shirt doesn't show up very well. But
Yeah, I was just gonna say I probably should have put an outer glow on that. Well, yeah, Building Monday said, yeah, they told me they weren't allowed to sell them, and it says on the back that they're not for sale and should be sent back to get destroyed. Wait, so if they told you you're not allowed to sell them, they're not allowed to sell them, then how did they sell it to you? What? You also saw one on eBay selling for $155. Yeah, I know. Like sometimes you can go to like a bricks and minifig store, and people will sell them 2 bricks and minifigs. You can buy them there. No, Ryan, the owner of the store by us, was telling us about how a guy came by and sold one there.
sold what?
One of the displays from the stores.
Like what display are you talking?
It was like a display from like a Target, like one of those where it had like sets inside of it.
Oh, those are weird. I wouldn't actually really want one of those.
Yeah, I mean, it would be kind of like a cool display piece to have, but there's no like real practical use for it.
I get like those big cardboard cutouts. Those are cool.
Yes. I was trying to buy them when Toys R Us was going out of business. Actually, I was trying to take them because they were literally just throwing them away.
I was trying to just take them.
I can't understand why they wouldn't let me. Were you with us when we went to the store by Brick World and they had the giant like brick heads stand thing, and I was like, it was literally just made out of cardboard. I'm like, yo, can I have this? And the employee was like, you have to check with the manager. And then we were like calling out the manager's name as we were walking. I don't know if you were there.
I don't.
And then we finally found her, and she's like, no, you can't have. And
I
we were
remember
like,
that.
please.
Yeah, I think I actually was there. I remember going to a Toys R Us, and I remember the whole Brickheads thing.
That was when we bought that Children at Play sign too, that yellow sign.
God.
We put
I
it
had-
in Nobelux too.
Yeah, I have my other like epic gamer moment inside room signs still, or like the Minecraft one. I think.
Oh yeah.
I haven't put them to a good use yet. I kind of forgot about them, unfortunately.
Building Monday said they didn't think they'd come back for inspection, so they sold it. Oh, okay. So they weren't allowed to sell it, but they sold it anyways. How much did they sell to you for, if you're willing to say? I'm just curious.
I wonder if that money went into the cash register or not. Like, are they selling it for like their own personal benefit or for the store?
That's a good question.
Danny, do you sell stuff for your own personal profit at the Lego store?
Never.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, actually, everything I sell, I just put the money right into my pockets because it's not like they check the register every day. I was actually over one day, meaning I overcharged or didn't give someone the credit. I was over by 60 cents, it was like 62 cents or something, which didn't make any sense. I think they were framing me because they check the register after like they put an employee on a certain register and only that employee is allowed to use that register. Like you can't just randomly hop on a register, so that when that employee shift is done, they count the drawer and then put in a new drawer for the next employee, so that they make sure that you're to see if you're over or under. But the only exception is the managers and the supervisors can hop on any drawer at any time. So if the manager or the supervisor made a mistake, it would be blamed on the employee.
So you're confident enough that you didn't make a mistake, that it was the manager trying to frame you.
I didn't get like any sort of consequences. Like they just like, yeah, just make sure you count the money, like 60 cents. Like if it was a lot of money, it would have been a big deal. If it was like $100, then they'd be like, well.
Yeah, if you're under $100, they like freak out. But if you're over $100, they're like, who are you doing this for? Like,
we went to count the register and there was no money in there.
That's really strange because I put money in there.
Man, I wonder who took it all out. It must have been the manager.
That is definitely really strange.
Wow.
I hope you guys get to the bottom of that.
Good luck with that one.
That is a doozy.
Man, looks like someone's gonna be stayed awake tonight.
Somebody has to work overtime.
Jay, the doctor's in the chat. Welcome, Jay.
We're just talking about
Building
stealing.
Monday. It was only €15 for the display. That's a steal. For depending on how big it was, or actually any display, really, that's probably a deal. Especially since he saw it online for 155.
Yeah, I applied for a job at my Lego store because they had an open position, one of the brick specialist positions, just like the regular people. And I applied for it, and I even went down there and like introduced myself and stuff, just to like, whatever, because that's kind of what you do. and they never even told me if I got. They never even told me no. They just never sent me an email or anything.
Watch them have, like, hired you but forgot to tell you, and they're just like waiting for you to do your drug screening stuff.
They're like, hey, did you send out the email to that guy? Yeah. Of course I did. Wow, what a flake.
Jay the Doctor asks who's in the stream. So on the left is me, Danny, Lego Buff. The center is Andrew, CRCT Productions, and then on the right is Lego Spencer. At some point, when we do these streams, we'll figure out a way to get names on there so you can figure out who's who. Here, actually, I think I have my Lego.
You're just gonna put your name.
All right. New requirement for anyone who's in RebelLUG: you have to have one of these nameplates. Oh wait, is it going to be reversed because my
No, it's
camera
not.
got
It's
down? Okay, good.
that's really artsy. That's abstract.
This was a Lego set that came out like a long time ago.
Yeah, the Lego pup.
The Lego pup set. No, it was like a name. Make your name. It came with the Brick Bounty, actually. If you bought the Brick Bounty.
Yeah, this was actually one of my favorite sets. Partly because it's my name. Wow, that must be what it feels like to be Grant Davis.
Oh yeah, Grant Davis. He probably just has those tiles. Every mock he builds, he can put a Davis tile on it. Oh man. Northern Lego is here. He said he had that set. I was wondering if you want to join. The link is in the RebelLUG server. There we go. Trying to place these plants and stagger them so that it like fills in the gaps. It's a lot more difficult than I thought it was going to be.
I wonder if we'll get anything done this stream.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish this mock in this stream.
Are you?
Heck yeah.
Well, I mean, you're gonna be able to work on it after you move, right?
No.
I thought you were bringing your stuff with you.
I'm not bringing anything with me.
I thought you said you were moving. Oh wait, no. That's
for next school year.
Uh-oh.
I'm not bringing anything, so I have today and tomorrow to finish.
This is definitely an issue.
This is actually really well done, though.
I did such a good job.
Well, I'm gonna pat myself on the back.
Whoever's in the middle, what planet is that?
I'm not sure actually. It's kind of an
Random planet.
improvised. It's an improvised build because I didn't have school today, so have no idea.
That's pretty cool. I wonder
Imperial Brick Productions is here. Welcome. Let's see, Boomerang.
I have to order my new RebelLUG merch at some point. Or else
Yeah,
I'm
you
going
do.
to miss out before Brickworld, which is going to be really problematic.
I absolutely love the new shirts. They are so nice in person. I should be wearing. I'll wear it if we stream them. Yeah, we'll see. I'll be streaming tomorrow if people are around.
I'll be around in the morning. I think. Yeah, if you want to stream like up until the time that we started today, I can do it.
Sweet.
But yeah. How big is your guys' 20th anniversary Han army? I got 4 so far.
I'm trying to think who in RebelLUG has. I feel like someone was buying a bunch of those. Was Noah buying any?
Yeah, I think it was Noah.
Yeah. Yeah, I personally don't have any yet. At some point, oh gee, I'm hoping that all the anniversary sets will go on sale as they get closer to being discontinued, and I'll pick up. Let's see, at Celebration, I got the Snow Speeder for free, so that was cool. That was the one I was looking forward to the least and didn't really want to pay the $40 for, and so I got it for free, so that was nice. And then I also got the Dewback for free and the A-Wing set for free. If I'd gone further in the competition, I would have gone. Let's see, I went through the first 3 rounds. The 4th round, they got Anakin's Pod Racer and like 5 other sets for free. That was the best round. Well, that was the finale. And then the
RebelLUG make it to that round?
No, it was Nick Jensen as Chicago Lug versus another Shiloh guy.
Wow.
But it would have been Daniel. Daniel had to go. Daniel left early.
Damn. I thought Daniel was staying. That sucks.
Well, he was supposed to, and then he revealed to us his master plan that he had been planning all along to leave before the final, and we're like, oh.
Wait, he had that, he had
He knew, like, coming in that's what his plan.
That's really weird.
Like, he had booked his flight. And so we tried to get Simon to take his spot, but then they had Kevin take his spot instead. And so, because it was in the round that I faced off against Nick and lost to him in the round with the Snow Speeder. And Kevin, who was supposed to be Daniel, faced off against this other guy who ended up beating him and then going on to face Nick in the final. And then Nick ended up winning. So we claimed it as a RebelLUG win because Nick is RebelLUG. When they were announcing it, David's like, "Oh yeah, I guess it's in RebelLUG too. I guess both teams win."
It's like kinda like, sure, I'll win.
The loophole. Oh, this actually looks really good. This is a great technique. Wow. I'm just the best builder. I need to get promoted in RebelLUG.
Your name tag does have like balls.
Nick had on he wore a brick badge at Celebration, and it had a custom YouTube logo on it that I thought looked a lot better than yours, Spencer. I think you need to step up your game.
Yeah, he built it before mine, and I was trying to copy it without copying it.
Oh, I see. I know you're not a fan of because I think you just did it with slopes, and you were against the slope idea, right? You thought the angles weren't right.
Technically, yeah. Well, yeah. Mine has like I can show it for the stream. Mine has like these tiles that overlay on top. I mean, on a technical level, it creates like a perfect triangle, but I agree that Nick's looks better.
Looks kind of, I don't know what it looks like. Out of place.
Kind of whack.
MPM Brick Production, or MPM Brick Studios, referring to the Han Solo battle pack, or the dropship battle pack with the Han Solo, said he wants to buy 10 more, but the fact that you can't turn the Stormtrooper helmets is holding me back. What do you mean you can't turn? Oh! I didn't realize that. The new Stormtrooper helmets, can you not turn them at all?
That's
like on anything?
That is strange.
I did not know about that. I will say the Dewback Microfighter set, that is a great set. Well worth $10. I mean, or $20.
Uh-oh.
Are you shooting a time lapse, Spencer, of your build?
I want to, but I haven't charged my battery.
Oh.
Suppose I can do other stuff in the meantime. Did we decide on a set earlier?
No.
Or did everyone just kind of argue for a while and get tired?
Yep, that's what happened.
Perfect.
Let's see. I'd like to do that Ant-Man set. I think that's... But if... And I'm fine with splitting it if we want to do like 10 of those and 10 of something else. I just think there's so many good parts in there. There's a really good variety.
In all honesty, I have like no opinion.
That's the one we wanted to do last year, but we couldn't find anybody who had one. DMK Mox, yeah, I remember when you came by. The Fortnite craze that swept our booth last year, mainly at Gabe. We would just sit and play Fortnite, even during the public hours. What a guy. The man, the myth, the legend. I feel like this interlude is going to really stand out from the other one. Not in the sense of quality, but in the sense of the color. I feel like these bright green plants are really going to make it look like this.
Yeah, I'm really trying to draw attention away from Lucas's part. It's for the best.
MPM Brick asked, what is the stream set up on? We're streaming through OBS right now. So all of us are on a Discord call, and Spencer is basically doing a screen grab through OBS of the Discord call, and then he just put the overlays of like the logo and the
Advertisement.
Yeah. We'll work on a more polished look at some point. Hopefully the streams get better every time you watch them in terms of presentation wise.
What time is it? Someone asks. 2:37 Pacific Standard Time.
4:37. Everyone's at different times.
It's 4:37 for me as well.
Oh, you're in Central? I didn't know Mexico. Oh, I guess, yeah, because Mexico City's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes
Yeah.
sense. Mr. Tatooine, it is 11 p.m. What webcams do you guys use as MPM? I use whatever Spencer has, the Logitech one.
The Logitech C920, which is like the most standard webcam there is, I think.
Like if you search webcam on Amazon, it's probably the first one. Like
When I actually own two of them, not because I purchased two, but when I bought mine on Amazon, they sent me two, and I was like, I could actually make use of two webcams, and just kept quiet.
I wish I get that too. When I bought a controller or Xbox rechargeable battery set with a charger, and they sent me two of those that I didn't order a second one, so I gave them to my friend.
Wow.
Wow. Amazon is just so generous. This is why Amazon cannot pay their taxes, because they're sending people for exposed.
Oh, how sweet. They sacrificed their employees for us.
What a great sign of a good company. DMK asked, not a late question, but I'm going to graduate next week, Sunday, from high school and going to college. Anything I should know? What college are you going to? Or what kind of college are you going to? Are you in the U.S.? Are you going to like university or a community college or I don't know what other colleges there are. But
You go to those, the, like, trade school kind of things? I forget what that might be what they're called, but...
Oh yeah, trade school.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go straight to graduate school, I think.
Yeah, I'm like, forget a bachelor's. I'm going straight for the PhD.
I don't really see a point in, messing around.
They say people with a higher degree make more money. They're tricky. He said, I'm thinking about getting this Logitech Brio for 4K streaming over the summer because I want to stream a ton. I mean, I don't know anything about that one, but the one we have, Spencer, was what, like $35-$40, something like that?
Yeah, it only looks good, I think, for Danny and I, because, like, our windows are open, and there's, like, a lot of light, but otherwise, it looks pretty, underwhelming. It's not gonna give you a really great image no matter what, it just is, like, a standard image. Logitech Brio. A 4K webcam would be sick.
JetBrick says the RebelLUG merch is so sleek. Might pick some up, boys. Yeah, any merch you guys buy, we make just a little bit of money on each shirt. Like, and by little I mean very little, but all that money goes to the lugs to help with convention stuff and all that cool stuff. So you are supporting.
Yeah, it costs like a tiny bit of money for us to run a lug every year.
Yes. DMK says, can't remember at Chicago, does CAC bring their wastegapes? So usually, and I can't obviously guarantee anything. I don't represent Konami Customs in any way, but usually they bring a binder that has like a bunch of their wastegapes and stuff in it. So fans don't have the one they're looking for, but I know people have gone looking for a specific wastecape and they just didn't have it with them. So There's no guarantee of anything. He said, I made my CAC order on May the 4th. We're still waiting. Yeah, I saw their Instagram post a few days ago of just like a massive stack of orders that they were shipping out from the May the 4th order because they just got so many in on that sale. I remember, I think it was Brick Fair, Virginia, a few years ago, that there was some vendor that had like a vending machine, not a vending machine, like one of those machines that you insert like a quarter in that you get like a ball or whatever, or candy. They had one of those, but it was filled with Lego pieces. So one was like 1x2 plates, and another was like another piece, and you could insert a quarter and then twist it, and then the pieces came. I thought it was a really creative idea. And you'd probably make a decent amount. You'd have to figure out how many pieces you could let out that you'd still be making a profit on it.
I think they had it last year as well.
Yeah, so it was Brick Fair then. Yeah. It's just a fun way to sell Lego. Lego Star Wars Pros here, he asks, Spencer, I don't know if you're still here, but he asks, how's the temple coming along?
It's coming. I don't know. I'm gonna time lapse build some of it soon, but I'm waiting for my camera battery charge, so I'm working on like I have to like actually build a flamethrower for the flame to go on, so I'm trying to build that. This is like my 9th attempt at building one of these because it just never works. I hope I can get it this time.
Does your camera have like a 9-volt DC like plug like spot on it where you could just plug it into the wall?
Yeah, I've seen people use them before, but I don't know. Never looked into buying one. I wanted to buy one when I like thought about making. I looked into buying one when I wanted to make like brick films, but not since then.
Mm-hmm. Oh, DMK Mox said the Canon thing was at Chicago last year. Oh, I didn't. It must be the same person then that goes mentions. I didn't catch. Forgot about that. Sir, steal your 1x2s. Commented. Did somebody say 1x2s? I love the dedication to creating those things. That is my favorite thing.
When will Elijah get banned from RebelLUG? Hopefully as soon as possible.
I
Can't give you a specific date yet, though.
Jeez, I'm gonna run out of 1x2 plates with this. Just not.
Does anybody have a lens recommendation for a Canon EOS M50? No, I don't really know like what lenses are the ones to get for the Canon mirrorless cameras.
Wait, the EOS M50, doesn't that have a built-in one?
Well, yeah, or I don't. Does it? I thought that was like one of their.
I thought that's the camera that Matt the Brick Whiz has.
I thought he had a GH4.
No, I mean, he does, but he also has the Canon because he brought it to.
No, it appears to come with another lens, so I think.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. I mean, I would just stick with whatever the stock ones is for now, and then see how that works out for you. Like the key to getting good at photography is not buying a bunch of or videography for them. It's not buying a bunch of fancy equipment. It's to get good with the equipment you have, and then when you're ready to be like, okay, once you start finding limitations to the equipment, then that's when it's time to upgrade.
I recommend buying fancy equipment.
Yeah, but you're still gonna want to buy fancy stuff because I do that all the time.
I don't know. I think recently I've started to become less obsessed with like, the whatever you call it, the equipment.
Yeah,
which is good.
DMK says, but something I'm keeping a secret until Chicago. That's why I want to DM you. Let's go. I don't know what message you're referring to. Oh, he said he's gonna get CAC for his first big mock at Chicago. That's why he's wondering wastegapes. Yeah, you'll just have to wait and find out, unfortunately.
I mean, maybe you could message CAC and say, hey, could you bring this for me, please? And maybe they will. I don't know.
Yeah, that would actually... That is true. If you... you can actually order it ahead of time. I know people who have, like, ordered from CAC and said, like... Or emailed CAC first and be like, hey, can I place this... And just pick it up at Brickworld, and they're cool with that. I know Connor... If you guys remember Connor, the legend... he used to do that a bunch. They do their best to be accommodating with that kind of stuff.
We should draft the Stranger Things set. And get the blue.
I agree. It has some great pieces.
I said we could do 2 of those if we wanted. But that was my first thing, and then everyone, or not everyone, but a few people were like, ew, we don't want to do 2 of that. Because I kind of agree. If you do 2 of a big set like that one, where there's not a huge amount of quantity for a lot of those pieces, you'd end up getting like 4 of each piece.
Yeah, and one person would get all the blue leaves, and everybody else would just be disappointed.
Exactly. So. I think we should start doing, at some point, start doing a thing, because I'd like to continue these streams. Like, I'll be able to tune in the streams as long as they're after work. If we do, like, a stream a week or a few streams every week for Laceropes, and we kind of reveal a little bit each stream, like a little sneak peek or something. A little detail, I don't know. It's kind of cool. Build up some hype.
don't know
For
how
those
many
of you
other people
watching,
are. Oh, what is it?
I was going to say, for those of you watching who don't know, we're talking about that RebelLUG will be bringing to Brickworld Chicago this year. Very exciting stuff.
People are. Noah agrees that we should draft the Persian restaurant, so he's with Matt.
I completely disagree. I'm literally looking at it right now. I have it in the majority of it is olive green bricks.
Which I don't want at all, really.
Like, I don't know, like, literally the only thing you can use that for is building buildings or train cars.
Which is
At
what
Matt.
Matt wants. Well, Matt's like, we're like, we should do the speed champion sets, and he's like, I can't use those to make grass. I'm like, of course you can't.
MPMS, what are the benefits to being in a LUG that is in the LEGO Ambassador Network? So, a recognized LUG gets a lot more perks. So, for example, we get 4 support requests every year. So, like, whenever we do contests and stuff, you know, we all those sets that we give away, we're not buying those. Those are given to us for free. And then we also do contests within the LUG. Like at the end of the year, we did a raffle just for everybody in the LUG, and we gave away a bunch of sets just to members as a thank you. And then like at Brickworld this year, we're doing a set draft with a bunch of sets that we're all, again, getting for free. You also get LUG bulk, as Building Monday mentioned. You also get invited to do stuff like how Rebel got invited to go to Brickworld, or not Brickworld, Star Wars Celebration. We got to go there for free. They gave us free exhibitor passes. There's a bunch of stuff we got to do there. I know I'm really behind on editing those videos. But especially when I head off to work. I don't know. I have all the footage on my computer. I just have to edit it all. So those will be coming out at some point on the RebelLUG channel. All the stuff we did. So you just get a bunch more opportunities, and more connections. You get to Lego Forma, if you know that. Was that Indiegogo that they did that through, Spencer? Do you know?
Maybe. I remember something
It was
weird like that.
That whatever crowdfunding website they used for that fish project, there was actually a I guess you could call it like a focus group that they did on the Ambassador Network like several months before that came out, basically asking us, they showed us a video of the concept model that they were using and basically asked us what would this be something your members would be interested in buying? Like, do you see this as popular among adult fans of Lego? The new pieces that they use in it, like the pieces for the skin, I forgot the exact name that they're calling them, but they asked like what we would use those for in our own custom builds, like what other uses those pieces would have, and all that kind of stuff. So there's just a lot more opportunities, and you get like the LEGO Ambassador Network, or the Lego Ambassador Network, not LEGO. The Lego Ambassador Network has just a bunch of forums for the ambassadors in which, like, when we run into problems of like, oh, you know, we're having this problem with this member, or oh, what are your tips for this financial situation, stuff like that. It's a really good resource for that kind of stuff. And we get review sets, so we got like the TANF 4 for free. We got all the 20th anniversary sets for free to review. We got some polybags we're all back to review for free. And then they send us like a thank you. Like, there's just a ton of free stuff we get and a ton of resources. Yeah.
Yeah, we go to them and we're like, we have Elijah, what do we do? And they're like, uh-oh, I don't know.
Uh-oh. It's also like really nice having that direct connection to Lego, because there's several Lego representatives that literally their only job is to just interact with us on there. Like, that's literally what they're paid to do. And so if you make a post regarding something about the Lego group, you're going to get a response within 24 hours, as long as you don't post them. So whenever we have any questions about something like a group, it's really cool to have that contact that you just hear back right away, basically. And it's interesting to hear, like, some other ambassadors bring up some really things sometimes. PM says he's in 3 lugs, but I want to look to get his lugs registered. I can try and join, so it's very helpful. Yeah, no, you can definitely. If you go to the LAN right now, there's like a version of the LAN that you guys can all access that has just a few resources on it. One of which is information about how to apply to become recognized. So I would definitely look into the requirements, and especially with at least one group. So if you want to work on it with all of trying to hit those marks to achieve recognition, really beneficial thing to everybody. Alex Brooks says, "Good to see you back, Danny." Well, I'm not going to be back for long, more like one more day, but ripperoni.
Danny gets back for like 1 week, and he's like, "All right, guys, we're back on the grind, indefinitely."
I will say, I've always hated sorting Lego, but when I was parting out some old mocks and sorting some just loose brick that I had, it was actually a lot of fun, and which I never thought I'd say. And I was like, wow, look at all these great people I have. I really want to build something with them. So,
Really want to build something. Oh well.
oh well, that's it. That's a shame. Andrew, you want to talk about this Inferno Squadron series of builds that you're doing, like collaboration type thing?
Oh yeah, so that actually ended. It was a collab with a couple on Instagram, and we mocked every mission of the Battlefront campaign, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, no, they were awesome. I loved seeing all the different ones, but especially yours, like really all the techniques. And they were massive too. They were not small mocks at all.
Yeah, we had kinds of sizes from some very small, kind of like 20 by 20,
Yeah.
to some pretty big, like great base, more or less.
Nice. Yeah. Who was the person who organized all that and put that all together?
At the beginning, it was Xclone who gave the idea.
Really?
Um,
Wow.
Yes, and he started reaching out people to asking if we wanted to build for. But then at the end, it was more Bricks and I organizing all the posting stuff because Xclone would have disappeared.
Yeah, I remember. MPM now asks, he's asking a lot of stream. You're starting streaming. He asked what mics we're using. I'm using the, there you can see it, the Yeti Blackout Edition. I mean, there's no difference between this Yeti and the other ones. It's just, which is cool.
I have a blue snowball.
I don't know what you're using, Andrew. Mic? Are you using like headphone mic or something?
Yeah, headphone mic.
Nice. Yeah, mics. You can easily get away with a cheaper mic. So like the snowball is a good one to start with. The reason I have a Yeti is because I went through like 3 mics and I was just so fed up with having mic problem. Like I tried with just using a Rock Band mic, honestly, and that worked out well. And then I switched to this. Oh, I don't even remember the brand. It was actually a decent mic, but then my roommate broke it, but he had a snowball, so I said, "Okay, you broke my mic, give me a snowball." And then that snowball, like, started having all these issues, and I'm just like, I'm tired of having mic problems. I'm just gonna invest in a nice mic that I know will always work, and I'll never have a problem with it. And that's been the case. Like, this mic has never given me a single problem, and it has a bunch of extra cool features that are useful. So you can set like different recording directions out of it, depending on what you're doing. And there's also like a headphone jack on the underneath, and there's all these volume. There's a volume knob, and then there's a gain knob on the back too. So actually, the volume's for the headphones. So yep. I have so many of these corner plates, like the 1x2 plates with the other 1x1 attached to it. I keep mistaking those for 1x2s, which is what I need. Building Monday asks, how did he break it? I have no idea. He was recording like my roommate freshman year was really into music. He was a CS major, but he computer science, but he was really into making his own music and stuff. And he was like recording something one day, and he came back, and the connector where like you plug in the cord, like the USB cord, was like all smashed in. And I was like, how the heck did you manage to do this? So I don't know how that happened, but it did. So I think I still have that mic somewhere. It's just busted. And I'm so close to finishing this pathway by 2, so now I gotta. Oh, you know where? The secret is to spread out your pieces in a bunch of different builds so that you can always scrap those builds and that way you know you'll never run out of pieces. It's a fail-proof method. What are you guys building? So Spencer and I are working on the RebelLUG collab Laceropes, and then Andrew's just messing around with some prototypes. So, Laceropes has 10 main builders, and there's a few builders, which is what I'm doing, which are like little vignettes that kind of add to the storyline. The grand reveal of this will be at Brickworld Chicago, and then there will be pictures and videos taken there that will be posted not too long after. see, MPMS. Are you allowed to say what the collab is about yet? So the collab is called the Laceropes mission. We haven't really revealed too many details. We'll start sprinkling them in these building live streams leading up to Brickworld. It's I guess we can tell it's a military campaign. And by the vehicle that Spencer's building, you can guess what era it takes place in. So Spencer and Everett are the heads of it, so I don't want to expose everything. Oh, Legit Builders here. Welcome. Thanks for stopping by. I've now resorted to using 1x1 plates on the top to instead of 1x2s, and then putting a 1x1 round plate on the bottom. That should work. MPMS, is it on multiple planets? Also, it sounds awesome. No, it's on one single planet. Laceropes is the name of the planet. So. That is where the name comes from. It is a planet that currently exists in the Star Wars universe. That's the one that was made up just for the collab. So you won't be able to find any existing reference material or anything like that about it. All be a surprise. They're trying out a few interesting things with the landscapes. So some of it will just be similar landscape material / look that you've seen before, but some of it will be quite different than traditional colors and such. Is the planet canon? Well, since it's made up, I guess no. But one of my roommates in college next year was one of the 12 original writers for Wikipedia. So I can get him to make it canon because that's how that works.
Could you get him to make us a Wikipedia page for it?
Heck yeah.
That would actually be so epic.
I'll talk to him about that.
Yeah, I wonder if he still has any sort of.
Yeah, he said he used to get early showings of. I was like, oh, sick.
Early showings of what?
Of the movies, when episode 2 and episode 3 came out, he got a special screening at the theater a bit early.
Yeah. Wait, so is he in the same grade as you?
He's a year younger.
How is that possible?
I don't know.
He would have been 5.
Episode 3 came out in. Oh yeah, wait, what the heck? Oh no! He said. The Force Awakens. Wait, so then that. So he must still have some clout with Wikipedia if he got to see Force Awakens. Yeah, because he was saying. Because I was in high school. Yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah.
Looks like they're gonna decide on the Parisian restaurant.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
The heck?
Luke is on their side, and so is John.
Liberal. John's not even in the trap. How do I not have any 1x6 tiles? MPM say you might take a break and edit some of it now. Talking about
His mock contest, I think.
yeah. Alright.
Now Everett's on the side of the Parisian restaurant. Wow.
Oh no. Okay, the pieces aren't as bad as I initially thought. But wait, how many can we get? 3?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, that actually is okay, I'm for that then. You've lost me, Spencer, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't actually care that much, but I'm sure there's like a lot of cool pieces on the inside. And there's a lot of tiles.
Yeah. Looking at it, yeah. We'll just let Matt take all the. Actually, that'll work out great because Matt and anyone else
Take all
was
the
initially
trash.
boasting for it. We can just say, okay, you guys have to take all green bricks first, and they'll be like, okay, and then we'll get all the other good.
You guys can take all the trash and
Yeah, okay, Matt. We'll split this up into 2 drafts. One draft has all the all green bricks, and the rest is the.
the rest is the good parts.
Now I gotta figure out how to put some steps. That's it. The only thing I hate about using slopes is that, like, when you use the 1x2 inverted slopes and you stack them on top of each other, you have that, like, a little bit of a lip. I'm talking about, so it's not like a completely smooth curve or slope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm making.
There's no really effective way to like. There's no
Eliminate that.
like. Yeah. It's not very easy ways to make like angles like that look super clean.
I should make that black. That'll probably. MPM Brick Productions asks, any tips and tricks for building larger mocks, like 6 gray base plates and larger? It's very easy to get costs to skyrocket with those mocks, so just be cognizant of how much you're spending. And it really depends on what you're building. If you're building like a landscape scene, it's a lot easier than building like the good old days of the clone bases. R.I.P. Those days will return very soon once the Clone War starts back up. I will usher in the new era of clone bases. Actually, depending on when we get lug bulk, I might start building a clone base.
I hope we can get it before Brick World, but I kind of doubt it.
Yeah, that window is very narrowly closing. Well, we learned our lesson for next year is to get that invoice in quickly.
Yeah, I wonder if has that always been a thing, do you know?
No, it's because this year they like switched. So Lego actually isn't even fulfilling the orders of a third-party company. That it's like the head of the team that used to fulfill the orders at Lego, like literally made his own company just for servicing like large requests like lug bulk and like when these private like certified master builders request a bunch of pieces. Like so he literally started a company servicing that, but working with like I fully don't understand how the partnership works, but that's why it's different this year.
Yeah, that's kind of... Why would he make his own entirely separate company to do that? Why wouldn't it just be like a department? If Lego is intending to hire him for that. Like, if he goes off and tries to do his own thing, it's like they don't... Whatever. But that is strange.
Is filler ever an issue when you're building large-scale mocks? I mean, again, it's so hard to answer these kind of questions because it really varies depending on your collection and the kind of builder you are, and a lot of different factors. I've never really had a problem with filler just because I have so many burps and so many panel pieces, and I have a massive box of like 2x4s. So I know Spencer uses Duplo when he has large filler areas. Or at least he used to.
Yeah, I haven't built anything like that in a long period of time. But there is like a big asterisk when building with Duplo, because there are always going to be like little tolerances with Lego pieces where if you stack up, say like 50 of the same piece and then do it again, the two heights of those towers might not exactly be the same thing because just tiny tolerances in the molds of the bricks are going to be slightly different. So like their heights are going to be a little different, and those tolerances are like way worse on Duplo bricks. So you kind of gotta just like wing it when you're using Duplo for filler bricks, when you try and fill in a big volume of, under your mock or something, it might not actually be the height that you think it is. That's my thing. That's why some people don't recommend doing that. Any thoughts?
I don't build with Duplo that much, but
I don't care.
actually, I was building with Duplo the other day, not because I use Duplo, but because my nephew was over and we have a pile of Duplo for him to play with. And I did notice that the clutch power is a lot less than Lego bricks. Like, it's a lot easier to build high and then like it to lose its clutch power like immediately. Whereas Lego is a lot stronger, I feel, with that. So I feel like if you were using it, like let's say you're building like 5 Duplo bricks high, maybe, that you need to fill, like you're building like a really big mountain or something, they're gonna have some stability issues with that. But I mean, if you structure it right, you'll probably be fine. But if you just build straight up with it, yeah.
Society.
Alex Bricks asks, what nature landscape do you like most to build in? Well,
Green.
I don't. Gray and green. Okay. I don't know the answer to that question.
I really like big concrete slabs, If I can just put down a lot of tiles, that's pretty cool.
Alright, it's time to build a bunch of these plants. MPM says he has 3 total Duplo bricks. Nice.
I bought like a whole bunch off Bricklink once, and the shipping wasn't actually. I thought the shipping was gonna be like awful, and I was thinking about canceling my order after I shipped it if the shipping was gonna be terrible, or after I bought it if the shipping was gonna be terrible. But it was only like a few bucks for like hundreds of Duplo bricks because the guy just like put it in a flat rate box and just stacked them in there. So like 100% of the volume of the box was Duplo bricks. So I have a lot now.
That's the sign of a good Bricklink seller right there.
Yeah.
Going above and beyond for the customer.
Yeah, I was not that kind of Bricklink seller. Not gonna lie. I was a bad Bricklink seller.
Did your store ever get banned?
Did I get banned?
Yeah.
No.
Because I know Chris's store got closed several times, like bad reviews.
Yeah, I'm not banned or my store isn't closed, but I have like, there's like these really bad complaints that you can get or something on Bricklink, and I think I have 2 outstanding ones, and I think 3 might get your account terminated. But I took care of them. Like I resolved the issues, so I don't know how to get rid of them, and I haven't looked into it, and I don't really care because it doesn't affect my buying, and I'm not selling anymore, so it's fine.
Just a permanent record on your Bricklink.
I mean, actually, I think you get like 3 strikes, maybe.
Yeah.
Don't take this as factual, chat, but I think you get like 3 strikes, and they like don't go away, or they take literally like 5 years to go away. And once you get a third strike, they just terminate your account, and they like actually patrol new accounts to see if like the same PayPal's being used and stuff, and they'll just close your other accounts. Because that's what kept happening to Chris, where his new accounts would keep getting closed.
Got him. Do you separate the 2x4s, 2x3s, and 2x2 bricks, or do you keep them all together? So I have 2x2s and 2x3s in one tray, and I have a giant bin for 2x4s and 2x. And then I have another tray for anything larger than a 2x6 brick, because I have quite a few of the really long ones. Lego Builder just joined. Welcome. I would love to do like an in-depth video of all of my sorting, like literally every single bin and line stuff, but I feel like I change it so often that I would have to keep making that video, and it would take a long time to do. I don't know. You've done that a similar thing before, right, Spencer?
Yeah. Yeah. I made a video called like I think something like how to sort your Lego collection. It's probably like pretty dated and weird now, and or like just really obvious information, but it's actually been getting a lot of views, so that's cool.
Oh, there you go.
I don't know how many views it has, but it's like one of my. It's over the past few months. It's been like one of my most watched videos every month. It's like this how to sort your Lego collection. But I remember I don't think it was that popular initially, so haters can come at me.
That's like my review of Minifig Monthly, for whatever reason, gets like a ton of views now. And I don't and a bunch of new comments too. Like my most commented video, like every time I check new comments, they're always on that video.
You're talking about M&R's thing?
Yeah, I think somehow like one of his videos, it like must have showed up on the recommend, like, oh, that's Ryan's thing.
Yeah.
And then all the comments are like, this is terrible. I can't believe Ryan did this. Like, this is a scam.
How to sort your Lego?
Well, it's no longer real, so. I'm so glad we went to the Lego store in Chicago, because over half of this mock is built with pieces that I bought there. So.
Even those light gray things in the path?
No. Well, actually, those light gray things I got from Pav one time. That's what this cup is full of them. Not from that trip, but the leaves are from that trip, and the stems. I bought a cup of leaves and basically a cup of stems.
I'm still waiting for the new parts on Pap to get to Mexico.
Oh, they haven't gone there yet? Wow.
No.
I wonder if they will, because I know the ones here in the U.S. were for a special Easter build on the wall. So you guys never got them. I don't know if
Easter was how long ago? I don't know.
That's sad.
Yeah, but it's maybe because it's a certified Lego store and not an official Lego store.
Oh, yeah.
So that'd be the reason why.
That could be.
If you had infinite parts and could build whatever you wanted, but only one mock, what would you make?
Earth. Wow.
1-to-1 scale.
Oh. No, I know. I would build a Venator 1-to-1 scale. Not 1-to-1 scale. A Venator minifig scale. And have like all of the individual hangars with gunships. That would be so sick.
A house. 1-to-1 scale.
They did that. You ever see that video?
Yeah. And then it's in that like musician's music video too, I think.
Oh, Ed Sheeran, Lego House?
I don't know. Yeah, but that's the name of the song.
Let us know in the comments what you'd build if you had an infinite number of bricks. It's a good question. Gonna have this problem where I'm gonna have a weird like slight gap on the side of this walkway. I gotta figure out how to add like railing or something to it to cover that up. Would you ever try to make a minifig scale Battlefront 2 map? That would be. I actually thought about that one time. Not like actually doing it, but if someone when I was playing on the Hoth map from Battlefront 2, the new one, how cool it would be if someone like built. Actually, no, I think it was the first Battlefront, but the newer one again, the EA one. One of them. I was playing on the Hoth map, and I was like, how cool would it be if someone built like a minifig scale version of this? It would take years. Said his dream is to build Battlefront 2 Kashyyyk, so if I had an infinite number of bricks, I'd build the entire map minifig scale, including everything outside of the boundaries. Wow. That would be quite the project. That's definitely one of those like lifelong gone for tens of probably dozens of years. There we go. Now we're talking. It's all about keeping that name tag. Well, let us know what you guys think of the new RebelLUG graphic that Spencer put together. It's on the header of the RebelLUG YouTube channel, and it's on the new shirt that we have. Very, very nice. Let us know what you guys think of that. MPM said I feel like if anyone was to build or to attempt to build a minifig skill Battlefront 2 map, it would be you guys, Chris, Jay, or David. Yeah, that sounds about right. Or Matt. I'd throw Matt into that mix.
Or Brick Plumber.
Or Brick Plumber, yeah. Brick Plumber's Hoth is pretty massive. I don't know, Matt doesn't build too large yet. Also, I remember I put the attempt to build in there for Chris. I don't know. Matt's Kessel was very, very big. It looked like the same size as David's Scarif when they had him side by side at Brick. And his crate was how big was that? Was it 4x3 gray, something like that? I think that's all. He ended at Brickwall Chicago. That was, dude. I would say Matt is definitely more than capable of building large scale mocks.
I mean, how big is his new one that he's working on? I have no idea, but I know it's really big.
Yeah, he bought a bunch of new tables for his Anaxis.
I think he was gonna buy. He was asking about buying base plates from me, and he was gonna buy like 9 gray.
Oh snap!
So that's in addition to whatever he already has. So in conclusion, whatever it is, it's really big.
Lego Mox 375 joined us. MPM says the new graphic is absolutely fire. I've been eyeing the merch. There you go. That's what we're talking about. I just realized that I have 8 gray base plates. I thought I had 0. Well, actually, I thought I had 2. And then I realized I found 2 in another spot in my room. And then I had 2 more, or I had 4 more as part of mocks that were built that I completely forgot about. I'm back in the base plate game. Gotta crank out those one bases. We're all building, so we're working on the Laceropes. We revealed at Brickwall Chicago this year. It's the RebelLUG collab. It'll also be line our largest and most intricate collab yet. There's a lot of different parts to it besides just the builds. So look forward to that. MPM said, I mean, map builds large, but a Battlefront 2 map would have to be so large. I don't think that at this current time he'd be able to do it. Sure, in a few years that will change. I mean, a Battlefront 2 map would be way larger than anything any of the other guys built too. So that's because I mean we're still under. I think you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought we were still operating under the. You get unlimited bricks and stuff. You don't have to worry about paying for all that. Oh, and then I forgot to mention when Lego Mox 375 asked what we're building, Andrew, who's in the middle, is just doing some prototyping at the moment. Oh, so MPM is not talking about at the current state with all those factors considered, who would be able to build two. Honestly, I don't think any of the guys would be, because the biggest thing is financials. And I know when I was talking with David at Star Wars Celebration, you know, he's not even planning to go full time because he just graduated. He's not planning to go time on YouTube because he knows. He told me, he's like, there's no way like this is a viable career. So he's just he's gonna do some side gigs and stuff. Like still do YouTube. He wants to make a revenue stream, but not the only one that he relies on. So he's gonna do some video work in addition to it. So yeah, just the expense that would cost, you know. And another thing to consider too is operating under the assumption that, you know, we have unlimited money and bricks and all that fun stuff, is that it requires a lot of stamina to build, especially if you spend over a year on a project. You know, it's hard to keep coming back to that. It's like you want to either start something new or you want to give up, or it's like, you know, this is just not going to work out. There's no end in sight. You know, it takes a lot of stamina to keep going with large mocks. Yeah, Jay's pretty crazy. Okay, yeah, Jay, again, with the financial, though, I don't think, like, yes, Jay builds massive mocks with what he has, but, like, a Battlefront 2 mock, minifig scale, would probably have to be, like, 10 times the size of his Vardos mock. So if you tell Jay, all right, spend 10 times the amount of money, I don't know if he would have the room for that.
Yeah, I think the stamina situation is or necessarily even the time to do it. I just don't really want to do something like that.
Yeah, I think that's a commonly overlooked factor. I think that's why a lot of people like, oh wow, I'm gonna build a massive clone base or a massive mock, and then they start building and then they give up, and then they're like, yeah, Lego's not for me. Like, this is too expensive. This is too much time. It's just not fun. It's an easy way to get burnt out, I guess.
Although I am glad some people out there like Jay are really into doing that kind of stuff. Really, I would expect David to go full time. He, playing off what Danny said earlier, he did mention, I think, that he was going full time on YouTube, but maybe he was just kind of saying that for YouTube purposes. But yeah, I don't know.
Like you should see a large increase in content because he won't have any more school. But like he understands, first of all, there's no insurance on YouTube. Like most companies, when you get in the real world, like you need to pay for life insurance and health insurance, and that's super expensive. And even though you could be making a lot of money on YouTube, when you start factoring in insurance and all that and stuff, medical stuff, that's when it gets expensive. And that's why a lot of people realize that you need full, like, another job. Yeah. It doesn't have to be like a traditional, like he said, like he's not going to go get like a like places like Starbucks offer their baristas like health insurance and stuff.
Yeah, I feel like there's also just like the possible like market cap of viewers or whatever for Lego Mox is pretty limited compared to other full-time YouTubers that do much more broad things. Like the biggest Lego YouTuber is Jang, who gets like I don't know how many views on each video and has like a little over 1 million subscribers, but he had 1 million subscribers like a long time ago, and I think he's like reached near the peak of what growth is possible right now. Yeah, he has 1.1 million subscribers, and it's like he's getting, in the 30,000, like an average of 30,000 views on like a majority of his videos, probably like 90% of his videos, which is enough to sustain him and his family. And he probably, I don't know how much extra money he makes, but there's only like so much potential available for everybody else. And also just like the time that it takes, like you can't just record like a 30-minute like gameplay video or something and it's like the production time takes the amount of time that the video is. It's like there's a lot of preparation with building and hours of preparation, I guess, and
that's
all
a good
that
point.
Stuff. I think you can theoretically go full-time doing Lego YouTube. There are a handful of people who do it, but it's very hard.
Like Ryan, right now, he is full-time YouTube.
Ryan, Brickvault, Jang, The Brick Show probably at a time, and maybe some of those like random other people that are around. But yeah. Oh, Just Too Good. Yeah, but you'll notice all those people have figured out a format where they can quickly put out videos. You can't quickly put out mock videos, so. Hello?
Hello.
Oh, cool.
I'm just trying to figure out how to build this structure. Oh, I need dark red. Okay, there is no excuse for anybody going to not build interlude build. So easy to, because it's such a small area.
Yeah, I might, if I finish my stuff early, which I kind of hope I will, I might build one. Just because I want to have like a couple of them. I want to have.
Yeah.
I think we have. Well, 3 people right now are like mildly confirmed. You, Matt, and Daniel. I don't. I mean, I think Matt and Daniel could probably easily fall through, but I don't know. But I kind of like to have more than 3, so not many more than 3, but.
What are the accent colors for the temples?
I don't know which ones are the accent colors, but the colors are dark tan and dark red, and I don't know.
Is there like black or like navy or something?
Don't know.
If I did black and dark red, would that stand out too much or no?
Yeah, probably not.
Okay.
What are you building?
I mean, I'm literally just building like a little. I don't even know what you call them.
Like an arch?
Like those, yeah, like the little arch things. And like the structure itself is going to be dark red, and then I just tiles and pointy things. Who all is doing the collab? So there's 10 members building main parts, and then there's a few. I wouldn't be able to name off the members, but Spencer might, if he's up to the challenge.
So we have. Hold on, I gotta think this through. Can I do it all off the top of my head? In order. Anders, Noah, me, Wyatt, Caleb, and then I'm pretty sure Lucas is next. Everett and Luke. That might be 9. I'm gonna be sad if I missed one. Oh, I forgot Olaf.
Oh, of course. How could you forget Olaf?
Yeah, Olaf is right before Lucas. And Drew. Drew is right after Olaf.
Actually, no. I think I can swing pulling this off in dark tan, so I'm gonna do that.
Any tips for growing a channel? It's pretty easy. It's pretty simple. You just kind of like upload videos that people want to watch, and consistently. But that's not an easy task. So there's no like life hack to get a popular YouTube channel. You just kind of gotta do it. Everybody says, of course, you should only do it if you enjoy it, but I mean that's totally true because it's not like a worthy investment of your time if you're looking for a return on investment. But it's pretty fun if you're looking for something to do, I think. Any thoughts on that?
No, you pretty much nailed it on the dot with that, I would say. Yeah, it's just a bunch of time. It's your channel's not gonna grow fast, but if you put out content that people want to watch, and the key with that is don't pander too much to your audience too. Like, yeah, take tips and stuff, but don't, if someone says like this is absolutely garbage, I'd rather see you do this, don't just do that. Don't people are gonna like it when you're unique and when you stand out from others, and when you just do exactly what people tell you and you like become someone that you're not. Like, they're gonna like you for your personality and your style of doing things, not the audience doesn't know it best for them. That's the moral of the story.
You say the audience doesn't know best?
doesn't know what's best for them. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the audience. This applies to like almost everything, but the audience almost never knows. They never know what they want. They just know what they don't want. So
Yes.
you'll always see them complain, but you never. It doesn't really help. I mean, actually, in the LEGO community, honestly, you don't really get complaints on videos. Like, I just about never get negative comments because I feel like it's too small of a community for negative comments because everybody kind of knows everyone. But still, the same like people are the same like things still apply because people are still watching the videos or not watching them. But yeah, I still do really want to get 10,000 subscribers because I want to go to that YouTube space. It's like the entire reason.
That's it. Spencer's what we call a sellout, and
Yep.
we don't like their kind.
I am
Exo Troopers here. Welcome, Exo.
I'm a sellout and I am proud.
That's the kind of people we want in Rebel. Sellouts that.
You can be a sellout as long as you're proud. I'm gonna start doing like Squarespace ads on my videos.
Really?
Yeah. It's kind of mildly surprised like no LEGO YouTubers do that.
Yeah.
A while ago I encouraged Ryan to try and do something like that, but he never did it. Because he could make so much more money, and I feel like his viewers in most, for the most part, wouldn't actually be that upset about it.
Yeah.
Like if I were a bigger channel uploading more consistently, I probably would do it. Do ads baked into the video.
Mm-hmm.
RebelLUG.
Well, Jang doesn't do it, does he?
No.
No.
Jang I think might still it says it's like he's partnered with Brickset or something.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if that's monetary or what. That's all Jang's done. Jang doesn't accept sets from LEGO either. You know, like how different recognized communities will get sets. Jang doesn't. Jang could probably apply to get those and probably be in the network to get them. But
he would get accepted in a heartbeat by Lego.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. At some point I thought he had like a beef with them or something. I don't know.
What?
Like that? Yeah. Like I don't know. He made on more than one occasion. I'm pretty sure Jang has made like some like comment under his breath in a video about how. No, that was Brick Queen. Never mind. That was Brick Queen that was mad that she couldn't get recognized. I think. Isn't that a real thing?
Yeah.
I'm so
now we're talking about those.
Yeah.
Jeez.
God. Yeah, she was really mad. I think maybe the Brick Show was mad too. I'm not sure. Or maybe the Brick Show did get it, and Brick Queen was mad that Brick Show got it. I don't know. I don't care that much about Brick Queen. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I wonder what she's up to these days. I haven't checked into her channel at all.
Does she even post still? Makita Gut is here. Says hi. Glad I could make the stream. Greatly enjoy your vids. Thank you very much. I have a bunch of these dark red 3x4 slopes, and I don't know where they came from. I don't know what set had this.
What piece?
A 3x4 slope. By two. Too high.
3x4. That sounds crazy.
This slope right here.
Oh. Oh, wait. Hold on. Show it from the side. Oh, is that like those roof tiles?
Yeah.
I don't know. It didn't come
I
from
don't know.
a roof?
It had to be like an old Star Wars. I think that's.
Is it
I
that
don't know.
Palpatine's office, perhaps?
No. I don't know. I have too many for it to be like a. I wonder if it was like the.
Do you need to use Streamlabs partner with OBS to set up streams?
No.
Yeah,
That's what I like to use, but Spencer just uses straight up OBS. So.
Yeah, I don't really. I've never tried Streamlabs, so no. I guess no opinions, but Danny always says it's really cool.
I prefer it's just a cleaner layout, but it's literally the same stuff.
Well, can't
Like
you do like
you can
more?
do everything in Streamlabs you can do in OBS. It's just probably easier to access certain things and easier to understand what's going on.
Well, I thought you could do like special graphics and stuff with Streamlabs that you can't easily or at all do in OBS.
Oh yeah, they have all these like pre-what.
Yeah, setting those up in OBS, as far as I'm aware, is kind of difficult. But I haven't done that much with OBS, so I can't really give strong opinions. We've been going for over 2 hours. Do you want to end it in like 20 minutes so we do another 2.5 hour stream?
Sure, that works for me.
Okay. Any other exciting stuff going on in your guys' lives? I got a new washer and dryer today.
Wow.
Yeah.
Big day. You should have waited for me to start my internship. I get employee discount at World. Whatever, I don't even know what that is.
Employee discount at Whirlpool. Nice.
Well, Whirlpool owns like every single appliance company.
Oh wow. What about Samsung?
Okay, well they don't own Samsung.
Okay.
every appliance company that's not another. They also don't own GE, but they own like Gen Air and KitchenAid and all their brands.
All the brands that only make appliances.
Yeah. Okay, Buster, listen.
How much is your employee discount?
I don't know. That's it. I'll find out because I think my family wants to get a new. I don't know. My uncle does. So I'm gonna find out what it is. Maybe got a deal. Actually, it's Gabe's dad that wants a new one.
The maker.
All right, there we go. Now we're talking.
Oh my god.
Kevin says the dark red 3x4 slopes are in a couple of creator houses.
Creator houses. Definitely didn't come from that. It's got to be something older because this. I think they came from a collection that I bought, a while. Oh, and Wes. Actually, I may have picked them up at Brickworld from someone's like dump tables. So then it could have been the creator house. That'd make sense.
Mystery solved.
Wow, great teamwork, guys. Great work.
Good work, team. Well, now my camera battery from the very beginning of the stream is done charging, and I'm never going to use it, so
Nice.
that's cool. Love that.
If you guys didn't build Star Wars or sci-fi builds, what theme would you build? What Exo Trooper asked. I would probably do like medieval. I'd jump on the Lord of the Rings bandwagon. I'm waiting. I'm gonna like secretly build like a killer Lord of the Rings mod because I actually am like a pretty big fan. Not as big as a fan as the other guys in RebelLUG, but I do enjoy those movies. And like I saw all the Hobbits opening night. I'm a big fan of that universe, and so I want to like build a killer Lord of the Rings mock, and then just post it and be like, "All right, Olaf, come at me."
I've thought about doing that like a lot of times. Or, well, I've dreamt about doing it. I've like fantasized about doing it, but never committed to doing anything like that where I spend all these months building a mock and don't tell anyone.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have the motivation or whatever to sustain that. I'm always gonna be like, yeah, but what if I do send a picture to Elijah or something?
Yeah, I've also thought about building some Lord of the Rings stuff, but unfortunately, I sold all my Lord of the Rings figures a while ago, so it's kind of hard.
Oh yeah, that's. Kevin, if you're still watching, you pointed out the 3x4 red soaps. What about the 2x4 ones? Because I have a bunch of these too. I don't know where all these. Those are also in the creator house. That would sell the deal that's where they came from.
They come in like the old slave one or something. Like how many are we talking about?
Kevin pointed out that the 3x4 soaps are from a couple of creator houses. I know we were talking about it for going for another 15 minutes or so, but I gotta pop out of here for dinner, so I'm gonna wrap up the stream now or
Yeah, we can
keep
probably
going.
just bring it to a close now.
Cool. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Be back tomorrow. Day 3 of building Laceropes.
All right. Oh wait, are you gonna be around tomorrow? Oh wait,
Yeah.
Well, I said in the morning. Okay. Yeah, we can do that. Any last words, Andrew? Anyone?
See you tomorrow. I'll probably be around once again.
All right.
Sweet.
Well, see you guys later. I'm going to end the stream now. Later.